What's going on, you guys? My name is Wolf and welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys about my worst college class experience. So we all get one of those professors that you think maybe this professor shouldn't be teaching, and once you get into that class you think it in the back of your mind once you get in and you see the dynamic and you see what's going on, and then you get farther in and almost the entire class is failing. So you kind of think, well, maybe this professor shouldn't be teaching, and you know, sometimes they shouldn't be, but it's not our decision to make, of course, but we all think that about a professor most likely sometime in our life, and if you don't get a professor like that, you're very lucky. I've had two professors like that, and I had one last semester, well, not my spring semester, my fall semester, and I had one my first year. Fall of 2017, and the fall of 2017 one definitely takes the cake, and this is why, because first year of college. This was my first year, my first semester of college. And of course I get a professor that, this guy is so smart. He is extremely smart, and he's almost 90 years old. He's extremely smart. He knows the material very well, but he doesn't know how to get it to his students. He's terrible at teaching it, but he's so smart. So you could have an intellectual conversation with him, but then when you go to class, you're like, what's going on? This doesn't make sense, and he tells it differently than what it's in the book, and on the tests everything is different. The test was 3 tests, no homework, none of that. He didn't give any practice, he didn't do anything, so it was very, very difficult. And the average grades on our tests that I remember, the first test was about 50%. The second test, it was in the 40s, and the third test was in the 40s. So he had to end up curving the grades because the tests were so bad. They were so awful. He had to curve the final grades. He had to curve the grade average by like 2 grade points. Not like 2 points, but like 2. If you're sitting in an F, you'd get a B, maybe, or you'd get a C, because that's two grade points. So you'd get a C. If you're sitting at like a C, you'd get a B or an A, and that's really how it was. He did curve it quite a bit because possibly the entire class would have failed, maybe 1 or 2 people that wouldn't have failed. And this was my first class, so this was like a total kick in the stomach. And this is kind of what made me switch my major from biology to accounting, and I do not regret my choice. I much prefer my business major to my science major that I had taken. And this professor totally just ruined it for me. I'm like, I'm going business. I switched colleges. This college is amazing for business, and I don't regret it. And this professor just totally ruined it for me. But if the entire class is failing, it's like, what's going on? It's just our class, and at the class he's teaching. So it's like, what's going on? What's wrong with this? Because there's something wrong with this, and it's like, it's just so many words. And I spent so many of my nights studying for this class, and nothing helped. I could read the book, I could study the notes, I could study the past tests. Didn't do a thing. Didn't help at all. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm doing so badly at this class. No tutorials, nothing. He hardly answers emails. What am I gonna do? Well, I did pass this class. Not the grade I wanted, but I passed this class, and I never looked back. After that class, changed my major, never looked back. Changed my major spring of 2018. After that class had ended, I changed it spring before classes had started, and I was so glad I did. But this class, if everybody is failing, there's something wrong. And it could be the teaching style, it could be the students, but if every student, no matter their GPA or how amazing they study or what, if all the students are failing, there's a definite problem. And we might all get a professor that is terrible at one time or another, but then you get so many good professors. So the good definitely outweighs the bad, especially for me. I've had 2 bad professors out of 18 professors. I've had maybe a total of 18 professors, and 2 have been bad. So I've had 16 amazing professors. So definitely the good outweighs the bad. And still, we all just get that professor that makes us want to pull our hair out, and that makes your major just miserable. But if you survive, you're stronger for it. But this class was just terror for me. It was awful. But I passed. I got out of there. And I feel bad for the kids that are in this class, because there are kids in this class. I saw a post about this professor and saying, is he gonna curve the grades because our grades are lower than, because our averages on the test are lower than 50s. So I wish them luck. Have you guys ever had a bad professor or a bad class that made you just want to pull your hair out, that just made you grit your teeth and like, why is this happening? So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. So see you guys later.